Hello and welcome to the product introduction video of the SH Locator, a partner application based on Trimble Access. This short video should give you an overview of the SH Locator, an application that combines Trimble technology with classical utility or line locators, packed into an easy-to-use workflow. So let's get started. First, some brief information about the developer. SH is a dealer located in the northern part of Germany. They have around 30 employees, which are distributed over different cities like Hanover or Hamburg. Next to their dealership, they also offer custom solutions, tailored to the needs of their customers. This starts at custom style sheet development, different service offerings, and, for example, software development. The SH Locator we are presenting today exists actually in two different flavors. The first version was released for the GIS market and is based on the hardware used there. The latest version is a port from the GIS version, but completely integrated into Trimble Access, based on the Trimble Access SDK. So technically, these are two totally independent products, but with the same goal, the fusion of Trimble technology with the line detectors or locators. I hope I explained these correctly, as I'm not really familiar with that business. So what we are demonstrating today is a new application integrated into Trimble Access, which applies the depth measurement of a line locator to a grid position of either a GNSS or a total station device. This is the short version of the story. From a device point of view, SH Locator supports hardware by radio detection, so the RD8000 series, as well as hardware by Zebra KMT or Vivax Metrotech. Here, the supported devices are the VLOG Pro 2, VLOG DM, and VLOG ML2. As this is a Trimble Access application, it also supports all Trimble receivers and total stations that are also supported by Trimble Access. Additionally to the application, SH also developed two style sheets that export the data in question to either a nicely formatted Excel sheet or a basic CSV file. To get a better feeling for the application, we are now showing some screenshots, plus explain the workflow a user would need to perform. So, as many applications developed via the Trimble Access SDK, this is also a so-called three-button solution. So an application that focuses on a specific task and minimizes buttons to avoid confusion with the user. The workflow a user would need to go through is actually pretty simple. First, we need to create a job. That's pretty standard. Next, we configure the locator we want to use. This is something we do once. So just tell the software which brand we're using and that's it. If this is the first time you try to connect to a locator, you will find a Bluetooth search window after you started the survey. So after you selected the data correction stream for GNSS, or created a station setup for total station. The search will show you all found Bluetooth devices, plus the typical pin field. For most locators, the pin 1234 is default, so it's also pre-configured in the field. After the search, the software connects to the device in question. If you don't swap your locator, you don't have to search again, only if you use another device. The SH Locator does not use virtual COM ports for communication, so you don't have to configure a COM port, either in Windows or in Trimble Access. The measure forms are similar to the topo form in Trimble Access, but with focus on locator values, so you can configure what values you want to display. Otherwise, it's pretty similar to Trimble Access. After you measured all your points, you can export them. As mentioned, the locator ships with a Microsoft Excel style sheet or the default CSV export. So these are just screen snaps of the supported exports and how they look like. This is what we mean by a customized Excel export. So it's not a CSV export that could be imported in Excel, but spreadsheet in Excel. That's the CSV export. Okay, finally some technical information. The application runs on most devices like TC3, TCU or GeoExplorer. Of course, our tablets etc. are also supported. The minimal Trimble access version you need is 2014.10. So if you have a version older than this, you won't see the application as an option, neither in trials nor in the store. And of course, it's available for now, either with a perpetual license or in the trials program. Okay, we will now switch to a quick demo to finalize the impressions on the SH Locator software. So what we see here is the Trimble Access launcher with the locator installed. We start the application, and the first thing we do is we create a new job. This is all pretty standard, so we don't spend too much time on this. Next step is we have to configure our locator. As we have already seen, the SH Locator comes with SEBA KMT and radio detection support. We also have a demo driver in case you need to do a demo and don't have locator next to your hand. In this sample we're using the emulator that ships with Trimble Access, and we are now performing a Bluetooth search. Best practice is to make the device discoverable before we start the search, to maximize the likelihood of a successful search. In this case, we've just found the Bluetooth address of the device, but because we know this is our locator, we just press OK, and we get connected immediately. You can see that we are connected via the solid Bluetooth icon on the locator. This statement is valid for both Viva Microtech as well as radio detection. We are now recording a point via the locator and transferring the data directly to our SH Locator software. Here we can see all our measurements. As already mentioned, we have also some specific settings for that view, so we can minimize the impact of fields that we're not interested in. We just define an antenna height and we can measure the point. The depth measurement gets directly applied to our coordinate. So either if we review our grid coordinate or any other value, the coordinate will be corrected by the measurement of the locator. If we want to get the true measurement, we have to add the depth measurement again. All measurements, so either current, frequency or depth, are stored inside the Trimble Access database, so we can review all values at any time. Of course, the default or the typical Trimble Access features are also working, in this case, feature coding. After we've measured all our points, we can either review our stuff or just export it directly. SH Locator ships with two custom style sheets, so the Excel export and the CSV export, which we see here. This is the default CSV export, opened in Excel. So this is not the Excel export, although it was open in Excel. And here's the Excel export, which is a little bit nicer formatted, but we won't look at that again. If you look into the point manager, we will see that each point that has a valid attribute has also an SH Locator record inside its DB with all values that are coming from the locator. This is important to reconstruct the points later on, if we're interested in the true points and not on the locator point. And we can also live review all measurements we've performed. These are essentially the features of the SH Locator software. I hope you enjoyed this brief product introduction video, and I also hope that you can make good use of this new offering by Trimble. Bye bye.